Welcome to this basic tutorial on Photoshop layers. Now what we're going to do is have a look at this panel here on the right hand side and the tab layers, and just go through some ideas of how you can use layers when you're dealing with Photoshop images. So first thing I've done is brought up a picture of a girl here, and as you can see, if you look over at the layer, there's a note that says that it's the background layer. Now this is the first thing that I like to do when I'm dealing with layers, is like to right click and do a layer from the background and call that layer 0. This is because the background doesn't allow you any editing capabilities, and it's automatically locked, so there's not a lot you can do with the background. So what we're going to do is change it to layer. So we've done that just now. And then what we can do is we can go into Google Images. We can take an image like these sunglasses, and what we do is we paste them into the picture. Now when you paste into a picture, you automatically get a new layer that comes up here. Now the other way that you can generate a layer is to actually just come down here and click layer here to add a new layer in, and we can paste the image into that layer. So what we're going to do is just remove the white section around the glasses, and then what we're going to do as well is just move the glasses up over the girl's eyes here, just rotate them round a bit there. And there we go. Now she's got a pair of glasses. So what we've done is we've put the glasses on top of the main picture, but you can come back over here to the layer and you can take off the eyes and see exactly what the main layer looks like, which is this one here. So we want to put the glasses back on there, and then what we're going to do as well is come in and we're going to find our nose. So I'm going to take this nose here, copy that, and come back in again. So this time I'm going to paste the nose here. Here we go. I'm going to fit the nose in there and just rub out the white bits there. Just resize it a bit. Turn it a bit round. Now something that normally happens with layers as well is that luckily with this layer we've got the nose is actually underneath the glasses, but depending on where the layer is, if you can click and move it around, and the layer priority changes, so the one that's nearest the top is always the one on top. So just so we don't get confused as well, we're going to right click, just make sure we know which one it is. So that's the one with the nose. So you can right click and click select layer properties. We're going to just change that to nose, and then put the top one, change that to shades. And that's basically how we deal with layers. So again, you know, you can take them off there like that. Now if you're wanting to do something a bit more serious, like for example if we were looking at actually doing something like taking our lips, maybe making our lips a bit more red, this is exactly what the layer tool can be used for. If you're doing any editing, you can take a copy of the main image here and then paste it. As you can see, we've just pasted our lips there. What we've done is, if we right click, we'll just click lips here, change that to lips. We can then zoom in into our lips here, make any changes, maybe rub out our teeth for example. Now as you can see, we're rubbing out our teeth on this top layer. There we go. But for some reason it's still showing our teeth on this layer, and again that's because this part's been rubbed out and this is transparent now. Now we've got our layer there. When we bring the second layer back in, the main layer, let's rename that as main layer, so it doesn't look like we're making any changes at all. So what we're going to do is, if we go back, instead this time let's actually just paint over. Choose the brush tool, and this time just colour, just do a quick colour in. We'll just give it a dark lip there. So I've just done this quick, but as you can see we can edit this section quite accurately, and then if we want to bring in the background image as well, there we go, that's bringing it in there. So there we go. Now if we're happy with that, you've now got two layers here. So you've got your main layer and the lips. So what you can do is you can come up to here, which is the layer tab, and you've got a few options here. You can merge visible, which means that once we merge that down there, that then turns into one image. So now the lips are gone, the lips layer is gone and the main layer is gone, and they've just been joined together in one layer. Now because we've had the eye off these other two tabs here, we still have these, so these ones are still workable, and these are our two layers here. Now the same thing again, if we wanted to come up here, click layer and click merge visible, that would merge them in there. So now we don't have any editing capabilities, and everything is now down onto this. Now there's another couple of options that you can look at as well. Is you can click on the shades, for example. We can come up here and click opacity, and we can just make them a bit lighter. Maybe if we're wanting to see our eyes, so there we go, we can make them a bit lighter. We'll just make the nose a bit lighter as well, just so you can see. So that might help us draw around if we were adding another layer and we wanted to draw in another nose, and we could add in another layer there and just draw over. Let's see, let's new layer and just call that nose 2. And if we zoom in here, what we can do is change the opacity of the original nose layer, and then if we click on the new nose layer, that gives us the option to see what's actually happening in the layer, but yet maybe you want to make it a bit smaller. So we'll come around here and then come around here and follow it around there like that, and there, and then just a bit over here. So there we go, and then we'll take that off there. As you can see, we've drawn across there. So that's a problem. So all you need to do is shift this back here, like that, and there we go. So we've given her a bit of a different nose. So, and that's really all you need to know for the basics of Photoshop layers. Thanks for watching.